fucking 300 down the fucking drain, bro.
Alright, guys. You all good, Adam? Alright, sweet.
Okay.
Sweet. You're good. Hey, guys. Welcome back to the DimesCast. Hope you're all good.
What's up?
Hope you're having a good week. We're back with a very, very, very special guest, Joe Malafu. Welcome to the podcast, brother.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Bro, it's really good to see. It's actually really exciting you being here, man, because you're like the first musician to be here. I mean, I guess everyone's
Legit musician.
Yeah, we'll say
Legit, like proper.
Like you've got musicians out there.
like you've got all your tickets and stuff. Like, but man,
hire me. Tickets.
So, bro, how you been? Like, what's been happening, brother?
Yeah, nothing. Thanks for having me, guys.
That's it. It's done. No, but you've obviously been touring and like, which has been with Amy Shark, which has been awesome, and doing some rural gigs at the moment.
Yeah, we have a regional tour coming up in 2 weeks' time, October the when is it? 5th.
Nice.
We'll be in Newcastle.
Yeah, dope.
That's the first show, but the last, let's say, 3 years I've been on tour with her.
Yeah.
So
So
good to be home.
where have you gone on that tour and how long?
As in all together.
Oh, well, yeah, where have you gone? Pretty much.
So I've been to America, Europe. Where else?
You've been everywhere.
Everywhere.
Literally everywhere.
Yeah, that's a hard question.
I know. I'm just like on that tour specifically. So did you start in America? Did you start here? Did you start in
As
Europe?
in like the very first, or just because you're talking about a million dates, bro? Like, so let's start
just
from
kick it off.
2016.
Yeah, let's go from there.
Story time. So I'll just give you a timeline on how everything started, because that will answer
everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Because if I start from here, then we'll have to go back here. Anywho, my name is Joe Malafu. I moved to Brisbane when 2016. I came on a holiday, and apparently I'm still on a holiday. I hadn't left.
Like most people. Most people come from New Zealand. Yeah.
So I'm from New Zealand, Auckland, South Auckland.
Nice.
When did I arrive? 2016 would have been New Year's. I came for a holiday. I'd never been to Australia ever. Oh, Brisbane specifically.
Yep.
And then I came for a holiday, supposed to come for 2 weeks. Went home for a couple of days, grabbed all my stuff. And I came back here, and I stayed. I really liked the vibe, the weather. Just basically just a reset button.
Yeah.
And then I started my life here. Squeezy John, they were working with earlier. He invited me to this jam night, and I was like, oh, sweet, I'm down. Hadn't touched the drums in ages, because it's a hobby back home. I didn't actually think I'll be doing it for a living until I moved here.
Wow.
Anywho, so they have a jam night every Tuesday out in Brisbane. At the time, it was at Press Club. So I rocked up with John, and John was the only person I knew. And I sat down, enjoyed the live music. I was sitting on the couch, and then I heard someone was like, oh, give it up for Joe. I'm like, oh, Joe. Sitting there, no one's got up. I'm like looking around. And then John's looking at me. I'm like, sorry, bro. I told them you play drums. I'm like, what? I was like, I was shit scared, bro. I don't know if you can swear on the podcast,
No,
but
you can. Go hard.
Yeah, I was scared because I hadn't, played in front of anyone besides me practicing at home. Anyhow, I jumped up. Because everyone was waiting for me, that feeling give it up for Joe. And I'm just sitting, you have no choice. You're like, either get up or look like an ass. I was like, nah,
and people are like still clapping. It's like, what are you doing? Like,
Get up, man. Or
any minute now. Here's me thinking like, yeah, go Joe. I was clapping, and I'm just sitting there. Everyone's looking at me. I'm like, oh, it's me. And John looked at me and goes, sorry, G, I told him you play drums. Because it's an open mic night. Everyone's expected. Musicians, you jump up, do your thing, jump off. Anywho, I jumped up anyway, eventually, because I didn't want to look like an ass just sitting there. Everyone's waiting for me to jump up. I jumped up. I played 1 or 2 songs. I jumped off. And then I seen the time. I still remember exactly like how this whole day went out. I was just like looking at the time. It's like 2 a.m. And I seen the crowd. Everyone was still there at 2 a.m. It was a Tuesday, bro. I'm from New Zealand where like you sleep at 8 o'clock because you're going to do a 12-hour shift the next day.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there at 2 a.m. and I'm looking at my mate and I'm like, bro, it's 2 a.m. Aren't they like going to sleep? It's like Tuesday. It's Wednesday morning. He's like, he laughed at me, and then I spoke to the other musicians, and they're like, nah, we do this for a living.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm just like, what? I got off the drums, and these a bunch of musicians come up to me, handing me their card, and I'm like, what the heck is this? I'm like, are you free on September the 21st? I'm like, what's that for? A gig. And I was like, oh, no, I'm working. Because I had a day job.
Yeah.
And I didn't really come to
Didn't
mind
click.
to where,
Yeah,
like, doing this, you're getting paid.
That's crazy, man.
Yes. Did you ask a question?
Like, I was just gonna add, like, you moved here to Australia, and like, just obviously for maybe some casual work that you had lined up, but like, you still weren't doing what you're doing now. Like, it's
Yeah.
crazy. Like, that wasn't even your forefront. Like,
Nah.
most people who move from like New Zealand be like, I'm gonna go here for a bigger opportunity to start
shit.
my career in this.
Yeah,
You just
100%.
you rocked up and you did your thing. Like,
Yeah. Well, because here's me thinking, I'm like, oh, you know, it's a hobby.
yeah.
And people that usually do things as a hobby is like they don't expect anything. They do it because they love it, or they do
Exactly.
it just to do something different from what they usually do.
Yeah.
So here's me thinking, they're asking me if I'm available on September the 21st to play with them, not to actually get paid, because that's not really my mentality. I'm just like, oh, sweet, this dude wants a jam. So I was like, oh, nah, sorry, bro. I'm working. Another dude hits me up. I'm like, sorry, bro, I'm working. And then, anywho, down the track, I just end up finding out that, oh, you actually get paid to do all this. And I'm like, oh, they do this for a living. So I was like, oh, sweet, I'll give it a go. Anywho, I ended up picking it up. I did like 1 or 2 gigs. And then Amy at the time hadn't signed or nothing. And she was looking for a drummer. And me, just being me, because I'm just keen to jam, yes, just through the grapevines, mutual mates end up hitting me up. And then I went in, played with Amy. But at the time, we played to like 2 or 3 people.
Wow.
So fast forward, 3 years later, her first gig with me, we played at, my first gig with her, we played, where did we play? I think it was...
Nah, she played with you.
What's that massive market that used to be out in Gold Coast?
Oh.
Like a food market. Marketa, is it?
No.
Oh, it's down where Kane lives.
And it's like they had a
No, not.
massive stage and whatnot.
Eat Street. No, it's not Eat Street,
no,
but it's
no.
like that.
Is
Hey.
it Marketa? I'm pretty sure.
I can't
If Kane was here, he would know. It's right near his house. It's in
Anyway, there's-
Helensvale.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah, so they have live performances there
Yeah.
or whatever. I've never played there. We did one show there, and then the next week, because it's still vivid, I've never actually gigged properly.
Wow.
And she's like, hey, Joey, we're going to be doing Like a Version. I'm like, what's Like a Version? And then they're looking at me like, it's just like one of the biggest segments in Australia. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, cool. Because I've never gigged before. And my mates are like, oh, where you gigging on the weekend? I was like, oh, I'm playing this gig. It's called Like a Version. And then they're looking at me like,
What?
like
this thing just comes over and plays Like a Version. And here's me thinking to myself, I'm like, well, I don't know why these guys are tripping over. It's only Like a Version. I rocked up and I'm just like, oh, it's Like a Version. I
Yeah.
looked on YouTube, just like millions
Massive.
of views, and then
Yeah,
just
yeah.
they get a bunch of artists to like cover songs and whatnot. Yeah, anywho, we did Like a Version, and I think we covered, I think it was Miss You Love Silverchair.
Nice.
I didn't even know who Silverchair was at the time. And yeah, apparently they're one of the biggest Australian bands.
They are. Yeah. We'll give you a pass on that one.
Red card? Last chance, Joey. Yeah, so
No, that's great. That's great.
Yeah,
So, how long ago was that? Oh, wait. Hang
that
on.
was 2016. Yeah, that's
Nice.
it,
That's the one.
right there.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So we played that, and
And that was like one of your first gigs with Amy.
second, I think.
Your second
Yeah,
gig
it
with
was
Amy.
Second gig with Amy.
Yeah,
And you're doing Like a Version.
exactly.
That's amazing, bro. Like,
Man, that is
I mean,
so
and
crazy.
it's so cool that you were just being you and you're just doing it for the love of it. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
That's
And I've
amazing.
never played to like a click track or nothing.
really?
Nothing. I was so vivid, like just bland and no experience whatsoever. Look at me.
Look at you.
Gee, look at that. What was that?
I don't know. I thought it looked cool.
No, that's it.
Yeah, so that was one of my sort of very first
That's
shows
awesome.
with her.
That's crazy, bro.
But yeah, it was pretty cool. And after that, she got signed. A couple of weeks later,
Yeah.
we went on tour with Cub Sport.
Nice.
This was like ages ago. And yeah, one thing went from another. No, I didn't know how big she was until we started playing festivals. Because, like I said, I got put into this sort of position too fast for my liking. I'm like, oh, 2 years later, all my mates are like, who you play for? I was like, oh, some girl called Amy Shark. They're looking at me like, Amy Shark? Because I brought up in like hip hop, gospel. I didn't even know what like pop indie was until I met her. And then, anywho, we're at festivals. I'm just like, oh, it's 3 o'clock. Probably only be like 10 people. Rock up, it's just like, holy heck, this chick's pretty big.
And to be honest, I didn't really follow Amy Shark. Like, I knew of her songs. That's the thing. It's like her songs on the radio is like, oh, okay. But then when you watch like the live shows and stuff, it's just like packed.
Yeah, she's powerhouse, man.
And people are just singing all her words, like anthem type songs. It's
crazy,
man,
yeah. She's come a long way, man. Like, I've learned actually basically my whole sort of knowledge behind music and tour is based around the 3 years I've been touring with her.
Wow.
So what I know now as a sort of musician, I've learned it being on tour with them.
Did you when you went on tour, like obviously being exposed to all that stuff in such a short amount of time?
Yeah.
Was it just you, like the relationship just between you and Amy, that like having those talks, like, oh, what, you know, getting advice and stuff, or was there like other people that were help out?
I've learned so much by a guy named Brad Hoskins. Yeah, he's a legend. I've learned so much, like from rolling up leads to hooking up jack cables, like everything.
Crazy.
And yeah, the tour parties were pretty tight, but I've learned so much from that guy.
Yeah, I remember you telling me like that the crew that you like tour with is really cool. Like,
yeah, we got a tight crew. The sound guy, his name's what's his name? Matthew Landers, and the MD is Brad Hoskins, and Amy's the singer. So it's a 3-piece.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's insane. Because when I used to work in like live sound, and majority of the time, all the crews that used to come through to like any venues, they would just be assholes. They would suck, man. They would just come in and just wreck up the place, like just unplugging things out of the walls, like without asking first. Really? And you just be like, oh, can you just like tell me before you move anything? And they're just like, no, just going hard. And you're just like, oh, okay, cool. Like, so it's good to hear that you travel with a good crew. Like,
yeah, man, I've learned. Trust me, I've learned so much. So I'm at the gig, right? Brad creates this click track. I didn't even know what a click track was at the time. I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh, some sort of metronome in my ear. Oh, keep time. Sweet. Anyway, a couple shows later, Brad's like, oh, you like the metronome? I was like, yeah, it's my first time playing to a click track. Amy's looking at me like, what the hell? We should have got another drummer. Abort mission. Nah. Yeah, so everything is from the T. Like, I don't know how. It's just, I think it's from me being a little kid, learning the foundation, as in like being in church and stuff, just dynamics.
Yeah.
So to think about it, I've probably been gigging since I was 7, if I had to put it into music terms.
Yeah.
Because just I've been in church my whole life, and then I'm coming and I'm just like, oh, what's this? Oh, cool, sweet.
Yeah.
So everything I've just been winging, bro. Like, I have no idea. People are talking to me like they think I'm joking, but I'm just like, nah, I just learned that. Oh, I just done that. Actual. And I remember rocking up to a gig with no cymbals. I only had a hi-hat. Sound guy's looking at me and goes, can you play like that? I'm like, yeah. I had no crash. So every time I go to crash on the one, I'll open the hi-hat. So I'm like,
yeah.
That's Sound guy's like, look at me, he's like, you're going to need to buy some crashes, Joey. I'm like, really? Do I need it?
Do I need it? It's all, yeah.
Look at the like version. There's no cymbals.
Actually,
hi-hat, snare. I told you, bro. Let's go.
Wow. I mean, I think cymbals would have been a bit ridiculous for that room, but
yeah, like just like I.
Gee, look at this! Look at the smug on your face. Hey, look, you know it already.
I don't even know how to put the headphones on. Yeah.
It's sort of like, are you wearing them now?
I know. Look.
Yeah. No, that's insane, man. That's
yeah.
So, cool.
So like, man, I trust me, bro. I'm still new to the game, but I'm willing to learn on the way, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So me growing up, if anyone knows me, I just had no pride. So if someone's like, "Oh, their beats sound shit," you should do it like this. I'm like, sweet, show me. Like, I just
Yeah.
have no pride whatsoever. And I think that's what keeps us sort of strong.
It's like, I think, like, you're always just eager to learn.
Yeah.
Never stopping being like, oh, I've learned it all. Because always good things that you pick up from other people.
Always room to improve.
Exactly right.
Yeah, and I didn't want to be like, the big bad wolf in Brisbane. Like, who's this guy who thinks he knows it all, wants to just show up and just take all the gigs. It wasn't even like that, bro. I was just like, bro, I'm a little baby in this scene. I have no idea. I'm just willing to learn.
That's awesome, man.
I think
that's such like a great attitude to have.
Yeah.
Like, I think a lot of people who have like, even who have DJ'd or produced or been an artist for 3 years, you can get such a big head and be like, oh yeah, I've been through this, I've done that all, and then be like looking down on newer artists. Like, I think it can be so easy for people to do that. But if you go in a mindset like that, man, like, people can be so positive, like, around you, and be like, I like this guy, let's get him to do this, let's do it, like, getting you involved, which has been dope.
Push you in the right direction.
Yeah.
Like, just cutting you out.
Bro, go.
Like, just touring in general, like, with one of like Australia's biggest pop artists at the moment, I still come back and play at bars. I still do that because I love it. I know a lot of other guys in the music scene that really like, oh, no, I'm here now, I'm just gonna stay here. Not me. I'll come back on a Tuesday. I'll see you at the jam night, everyone. I'll try and encourage everyone. Let's have a jam. It's just never like that. So I'm still playing at bars, but I know a lot of other guys that'll be playing for like other artists that don't really affiliated because it's not a thing.
It's not
but
cool.
for me, I don't really care. Like, I just want to play.
Yeah, it just comes back to you just love music.
Yeah, exactly.
You love playing drums, love playing with other artists. That's dope, man.
100%. Especially like growing up and you like getting forced upon, because my dad was like the pastor for the church, and I was just like, oh, do I really have to play?
Every
There's
Sunday.
no choice before one of these stands come flying about. I'm like playing just
No,
ducking.
that's crazy, man. I mean, we're talking about new things, bro. I mean, you've been moving into more like producing music lately.
Yeah, or trying to. Keyword try, guys.
That's. I mean, it's been awesome having you in the studio.
Thanks, man.
And like working on just, as you said, like just working on music and just vibing with each other. It's been
100%.
a huge eye opener for us. I know, especially. So, how have you been finding it lately?
It's cool because I've mucked around with it heaps, but I just haven't taken it serious up till now.
Yeah.
So like I've always, had an ear for like different instruments. I'll jump on an instrument just to like, just play around, muck around on it, but I didn't consider myself like that sort of type of musician. I'm a drummer, but I can play around with any other instrument.
Yeah.
I'm not really fluent with it. That's why I have fun playing with producers, because this is actually my first time properly like vibing out with a producer.
Yeah.
And the good thing is, because all the mechanics, I could be like, I have an idea in my head. I'm like, Emoji, can you do this? Yeah. And you're like, yeah, sweet. This was my job? Not really. No. Less jazz.
Yeah. But no, it's been I think the whole process has been really fun. I mean, I don't want to now like say anything because I know you guys want to sort of keep it under wraps, but like I think the vibe that you guys are going for is really, really cool. So listen out for it soon. I mean,
shout out to these two beasts, bro. Straight up.
I mean, shout out to you two.
Shout out to you boys, bro.
You, the other guy that was meant to be here, but he'll be here. He'll be back soon.
No names.
He'll be back soon.
Rest in peace.
No, I mean, rest in peace, Tupac. Yeah. It's all good. But that's
It's been good, man. It's just like a good vibe.
That's it.
Like
I'm all for the vibes, bro. I'm all for the vibes.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I've been saying to him every time we leave with Mazel, with you and your boys. Like, it's just good vibe the whole time, bro. And the music just keeps coming and coming and coming.
I feel like it's hard to make music. Well, I mean, you can so easily fall into making music because you know how to do it, like A, B, C. You know what I mean? Like, it's just everything can fall into place. But like, music, it gets taken to another level when you start to gel, and like everyone's sort of vibing, everyone's like jumping up and dancing around the room, stupidly laughing, having a good time. Like, it just takes music to a whole new level because there's like more meaning behind it. So
100%.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing. It's like we can all, as producers and artists, we can always get stuck in I'm just blocking out everything and just working on music, and it can just be feel so lifeless, So, yeah,
Definitely,
it has been such a vibe, man.
Yeah, it's definitely a different curveball, but excited to learn. That's the thing about me. I just like learning. I'll just sit there, observe you guys, and be like, oh, sweet, that's how he does that.
Yeah. Yeah, G, I'll be coming in for the 9 o'clock session. You'll be already here. It's like, look at this.
Do that again? Yeah. Sweet guys, I've got the formula.
Yeah. we don't need these guys anymore.
Later, ball.
Cut them ties.
That's cool.
How have you been keeping up to date? Obviously, you know, with growing up with hip hop and like more urban type stuff. Have you been keeping up with like the stuff that's been happening around Brisbane? Like, do you have a vibe on how you reckon it's going at the moment?
As in the...
Just like the scene. I mean, like, we get to the privilege of like sitting with like cool local artists. And we sort of get little bits and pieces for them. But like, is there anything like that you can see that's like, oh, it's cool, or
the word
growing, or
artist is just overrated itself.
Yeah.
Because now these days in 2019, if you're not a rapper, you're not an artist. The thing about the rappers, they'll see musicians as musicians, but for me, that's an art form. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
without us, you can't really actually perform properly.
Yeah.
Vice versa.
Yeah, definitely.
So for the word artist, it's just like overrated.
Right.
So when I see a lot of rappers, because I know that they're like rock stars and rapper, they consider themselves as artists. But like, if a musician pops out of nowhere, just because he doesn't create so-called music that 2019 sort of era appreciates, they're not as like popular or whatever they consider as an artist. But for me, anyone that creates anything from scratch, doesn't matter if you're in the music or film crew, people behind the scenes, that whole scene in general is an art form.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's real hard. But like, if I had to answer your question, like as in how's the sort of music scene, it's good. The Brisbane sort of music scene is massive. There's a lot of guys staying at Bikini Bottom. Nah, they're just like on the low key until something pops off, and then all of a sudden Instagram famous, and then the clout chases that way. It's real hard, man. It's just, that's what I mean. It's like when people say art, it's just like, ooh, like
I know what you mean.
But as far as the music side goes, as in musician wise, I can talk on behalf of that, because that's sort of the valley that I'm actually going through now.
100%.
So the musician side of things, Brisbane has bloody heaps of talented musicians, man. Heaps.
Definitely. 100%.
Heaps. Doesn't matter if they're playing for big artists or just doing corporates or playing at bars. It's just so much talent, man. Majority of them are just untapped. Yeah. People are just gonna go look at that because they're like, oh yeah, sweet, that dude's popping. Let's go ride that wave. Oh yeah, sweet, this is coming out. Let's go ride this wave.
Yeah.
But they don't understand. It's just like, for me, I love live music.
Right.
I love live music.
Right.
Not that I.
So we'll count you out for coming to one of our shows then. No.
Sweet. If you're a DJ and you're pressing play, nah. Count me out.
Shout out Lit Wish. Shout out Tyson, who was just here.
Shout out to Tyson Hot Knobs.
I mean, okay. Well, let's talk about like trends, and we'll just get straight into it. What do you think of drill at the moment?
Drill's awesome. I dig it.
Nice.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it.
So we've actually got a drill now.
See, I'm gonna bust a couple of bars.
You know what? I think it is really cool. I think it's quite refreshing to hear something different. But you're right. There's a lot of people jumping boat to get on that wave out of nowhere, and
it depends. Like right now, it's the era that we live in is different from the era they did back then, because back then the civil rights were different. Now we do it because we want to do it. You couldn't. You didn't have that back then.
Yeah.
So people were like, "Oh, sweet! I'm become a rapper tomorrow. Awesome." Yeah. You know, that's how it's like in this era.
Yeah.
Back then they did it for a bigger cause. The movement was different.
Yeah. I remember you saying, like, I think we had this conversation. We've had this conversation previously. Like NWA. They did it for like.
They needed to.
They needed to do it.
They had something to say.
Exactly. That's the difference, bro.
They wanted shit to change.
Yeah.
That's why they did it.
But now it's just...
They're doing it for fun.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, I ain't hating on anything. They probably got different reasons behind it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the mumble rap that's happening now. Majority of them, these a lot of the old cats, they're like, oh, just bloody new generation.
Yeah.
They're not rappers. they're probably not doing it for that cause. They're probably doing it because they get paid. They look after their family.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's more on a
100%.
financial sort of level.
Yeah.
So it's real hard, bro. Like people are doing it for different reasons.
Yeah. But like, I think at the end of the day, like, you know when someone's doing it for clout because they don't last long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like they jump on the wave ends, and then they got nothing. Like, you know, when people they're around because they have that longevity, they stick around for 20, 30 years. And obviously that's where you want to be, right?
Oh, 100%. I'm going to do this till I can't even pick up my drums. Look at my son. Pick up. Nah. Load my kid, you little shit. Nah.
Grandpa Joe, like,
I'm going to play to have
and then-
arthritis.
and you- that's when you can. That's when you can say the classic. Well, back in my day,
Back in my days, we had no drum techs.
we
All
only.
my kids
I only
carry
had
on
one.
twice.
I only had one symbol.
Looking like a version, Amy Shark. 16.
It's not there anymore.
Spoiled little shits.
Well, bro, let's chat about like a version. Who else have you played for? Because I remember this is the first time I was actually introduced to you. Was when I looked up Joey Badass's one, and everyone was sharing it. Like people in
true.
Brisbane, I was like, oh, true. I didn't realize you were from Brisbane, and that's how I was like, oh, that's Joe Malafu. So I was like, it's cool. And you got the privilege to with Joey Badass. That's dope.
Yeah, man, that was that was my first time serving a rapper.
Yeah,
But I've always wanted to. But then by the time I had the chance, I was like, holy shit. How do you play drums again? Like, that's how I felt. Like, I was nervous, bro.
yeah, this is the one.
I was nervous. Hey, I got cymbals, guys.
Yeah.
To Peisty and Yamaha.
So with this type of setting, you obviously you get the memo of what's happening, and then do you just rehearse and then one take and then that's
so
it?
everybody in that room, we just all met a day before.
A day before.
So we got handpicked.
Crazy.
And then
Day
we had
before.
rehearsals. Yeah. So they sent me out the material a week prior to the gig,
Yeah.
and I had to learn it. So by the time we had rehearsals,
It was game on.
we were just at the
Yeah.
street. Let's rehearse. Let's gel this. This works. Sweet. Let's go. Joey comes in, does his thing. But the thing about rappers that I learned playing with Joey, I don't know if it's rappers in general or is it just Joey. They have cuts in between their verses. So if they're like, I don't know if you guys watched the video, these cuts and stuff where he wanted cuts. He wanted, for those that are familiar with the word cuts or stabs or accents, it's basically if a rapper says don't, let's say don't, and then he's like, everyone's on G sharp, okay, we're gonna hit don't on G sharp all together. 1, 2, 3, boom.
Yeah.
So so I felt that it was like a lot of pressure because
Yeah.
it was hard because it was easy.
Yeah.
Because I'm used to just doing melodic stuff. I'm like, oh yeah. So if he had to go, sweet Joey, I want you to do 6-bar phrase and hit it on the and. I'm like, sweet, easy. But this time he's like, we're gonna do this because it's like this, and I'm like, holy heck, this is easy, but it's hard.
Yeah. And you know the thing with that being a drummer, it's like you can't exactly hide.
No.
Like
No.
if you make a mistake, like you're making a big mistake.
If you make a mistake, you're never gonna booked again.
Yeah.
Sweet, pack your drums, get out of here, you shit cut. Nah,
And next one coming through.
next.
Some dude's just out the door, like,
Yeah, he's-
looking in, like, is he done yet?
No, 5 other drummers outside. Stuff up. Stuff up.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, no, it was cool. I learned a lot actually. I learned a lot playing with a rap artist.
What was did you get to to meet Joey? Like personally?
Yeah, I kicked off him. I caught up with his producer / MD at South by Southwest,
Wow.
Texas. Yeah, he's a good dude, man. Power Pleasant. Shout out to you, bro.
Crazy.
Yeah, he's a good dude. So the thing is, what made him more, that's why I was pressured, because his MD was a drummer.
Oh,
And
okay.
the drummer, bro, he is a bad man, bro. He's awesome on the drums.
yeah.
So we're at sound check and like, we're gonna have a break, take turn, sweet, have a feed. I'm like, who's drumming? Like, they were, holy heck. Why am I drumming? You know what I mean? I'm just like, get him to drum.
Yeah, he probably just wanted just to get it out, eh? Just like,
Yeah,
He's
so-
just like sitting there watching you, like,
Yeah,
fuck,
exactly.
I'm shot this motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm just looking at him like, sweet,
I
that's
get
how
it.
you feel. I see you.
Actually, do you want to explain to the viewers, because people probably won't know this, like, what is the role of an MD, and can you explain that?
So MD,
Music director.
that's a music director. Yeah. So they're basically directing the artist's music. So let's say the artist gets up with the MDs like, hey, I want this, I want that, I want the drummer to do this, I want the guitarist to be that. Sweet. MD comes back to the band. Okay, guys, this is what's gonna happen. Drummer, you're gonna do this. Singer, you're gonna do this, and etc. etc. So basically, he just directs everybody.
And obviously, whilst the music is playing, there's a guy actually talking to Joe. Would this happen? Like, is there a person talking to you whilst Joe's playing?
There's an MD. He's usually not in the picture. He's probably like, I don't know, at the back somewhere. But he's got mics and we can hear him in our in-ears. So he's like, okay, Joe, you're going to cut out in 3. I'll count you in. 1, 2, 3.
Done.
And everyone's like, oh, that's Joe. Nah, it's some guy talking with my voice. Jesus, no. Is that you?
I'll do anything, Lord. I'll do anything.
It's interesting. There's a lot of ways, different type of MDs, how they run different shows. Sometimes for Amy's one, Brad, he's pre-recorded cues in my ears. For the click track. So it's like, okay, Joey, you're gonna come in on 2, 1, 2. And he's got some funny cues. Straight up. He's recorded a bunch of funny cues. I won't say most of them because some of them, R8, He's like, sweet Joey, you're gonna do a roll, you're gonna do a chop. I'll count you in. 3, 2, 1. I'll do the chop, and he'll be like, yeah, that's a shit roll. That's in my ears, bro.
But that's all pre-recorded, right?
Pre-recorded. So I hear that at every show, Brad, you bastard.
Change it now.
Change it now.
Apart from like that, obviously, that would be a lot of pressure having someone in your ear that whole time trying to tell you what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
exactly. It's it has its pro and cons. The pros is when you're pressured. Let's say I'm playing, and my in-ears play up. The right side's not actually working. At least I will still have someone cueing me in because I'm trying to do that, but I'm also trying to do the gig at the same time. So let's say I get sidetracked. My in-ear pack's just about to die. I'm like looking over for someone to. Oh, sweet! I need some new batteries. I'm over here. Old mate's still talking to my ear. Hey, Joey, you're gonna come out on 3, 2, 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. So he kind of keeps you just going, just in case shit goes south. Yeah.
See, like
just gotta hope for the best.
I was lucky enough to have that experience. Like when I was playing in church and stuff like that, and like playing at like conferences and stuff like that was like a big thing because obviously with like church services, they're really unpredictable. So like you could be playing in a key and then the music director would be like, all right, we're going to change this song, so you need to change keys now. 1, 2, 3. And you're like, oh my Lord. But you've got to play it off as like it's like it's all good. And then like and then certain things of the song like change like in a moment, and you just got to be like just on all the time. But like I know what you mean. It's like it's really enjoyable, but then there's times where you're just like you're just sweating bullets.
That's what I mean. Like.
Oh mate, I think I'm like way too used to the show because we've done it a million times anyway. So I'm playing most of the time. I'm getting stuff from Amy. She's like, "Hit it, Joey." I'm like, "Sweet." I'm gonna get arthritis after this game. You know, my arms like dying, bro. I'm like, I'm hitting it. Jeez. I'm just like, I'm trying. There's a couple of videos that I uploaded. My beanie comes off my head. Like I'm just drumming and I'm just like, and I'm seeing it. She's like, hit it. So my beanie falls off. But they don't know I'm hitting it hard, bro. I'm like, shit, my forearms are sore.
That's crazy, man. I'm gonna get arthritis after this gig.
So backpedaling a little bit. So you realize Amy Shark's actually bigger than what you think she is.
Yeah.
What was the first festival that happened? If you remember.
Man, that's hard. We've done so many festivals. It would have been the Plot. So Plot is out in Sydney. And that's when she just dropped her first single. It's called Adore.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then we just did like a version. And at the time, I didn't know what like a version was, as you already know. And I didn't know the music scene properly. So I didn't know what pop indie was like. All I knew was like hip hop. Unless you're not Drake or Rihanna, you're not famous. That's all I know.
You're done.
You're done.
I ain't
all
listening
shit
to you.
done. So, yeah. I rock up. Our set would have been at like, so keep in mind, this is like the first year, 2016.
Yeah, yep.
So we would have been at like 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm like, surely there's no one going to be there. 11 o'clock in the
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah.
Festival goes until 10 p.m., bro. I'm just like, no way. We rock up, mate. That's just like packed.
Mm.
I'm like, holy. I'm looking at Brad. I'm like, who is this chick?
Even then, like, still then, like, even you're at that
Man.
festival and you're like,
Yeah, we got a tight relationship, bro.
Yeah.
Tight
So
vibe.
from there, so what you know, it's the real deal from there. What goes from there? What comes next?
yeah, straight up.
And then just more people. I swear, man. It sounds funny. It just keeps growing.
Yeah.
Is this
I
the one?
definitely,
Nah.
bro.
That's I can't remember. Splendor, I think. I can't remember.
Gee, she commented on your photo too. That's dope.
You from my office, yeah, would have been. We get it. How's that office, guys? Yeah, nah, it's bro. Trust me, man. Oh, bro. Just looking at these photos, this is like a trip down memory lane. I can't remember, like 2018.
See?
This was last year.
This is what
the
it's
same
about.
time last year.
This is what it's about, man. I mean, this is what the podcast has always been about.
Holy
Like,
heck.
going down memory lane, just explaining like what you've been doing. You've been doing some crazy, amazing
Crazy
things,
shit,
man.
bro.
Yeah, so that's her own show. If you guys can see,
What venue's that?
that would have been at. She sold out. What's the
Gold Coast. Gold Coast.
Oh yeah, it would have been Gold Coast.
No, that's just.
Oh, right. No, that would have been in Melbourne. That looks like the Horden or whatever.
Oh, that does look like.
Oh, yeah, the
I-
festival hall.
Yeah, where I went to. Yeah, where
For
I
Russ.
saw
Russ
was
was
there.
there, yeah.
Yeah,
But,
so
yeah, that looks very
I
similar.
think
yeah.
that's the arena tour we done. Yeah, it would have been the arena.
That's a big fucking.
That's a huge,
That's a huge venue.
Look
bro.
at
If that's,
bro,
if that's festival
packed.
hall, that's a big venue, bro.
Bro, it was packed as shit, man.
That's insane, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Actually, something that I just remembered. You actually
Yeah, look at that handshake. That's our relationship, bro.
Hey.
Get it.
Let's go.
Get that money.
That's
So we do that handshake before every show. That's part of the show, G.
That's
Like, I'm
that's
not
like
even
us.
lying, bro. I'm
Yeah.
like sitting on the drum. She's like, I'm like, what? Handshake. Oh,
Otherwise, it's gonna be a trash
Me,
show.
me and Emmett do the handshake and then we
That
scissors,
was my
scissors, paper, rock.
first.
Yeah.
I think no, it wasn't arena. It was stadium.
Oh, yeah,
That
that's,
one. That's Sia. That would have been in Melbourne.
Melbourne. That's
Yeah.
the what's it called? Marvel Stadium.
Marvel Stadium now.
Yeah,
Yep.
that
Oh,
one. I think that one's Sia's one. Yeah.
Wow.
No, that's Amy Park.
Oh, it is Amy Park. Yeah.
That's Amy Park with the Storm play.
Yeah.
That's a big fucking arena. Yeah, that's
That's-
crazy shit,
This
man.
is trippy, bro, because I actually haven't looked back at any of these shows. Well, I've done like
Gee,
hey,
it's the deep dive that Adam goes through. But oh yeah. Also, I just remembered something. You actually had the privilege to play on the Jimmy Fallon show.
oh, that was sick. Bro.
Oh,
That was awesome.
How was that experience, man? And like, okay, so backtrack. You're obviously in America. Is it in New York?
Yep.
So you're obviously you're going to New York. Did someone just say, "Hey guys, we've got you a slot on the Jimmy Fallon show, and this is what's happening"?
So we so
Yeah.
we had a tour in America. It was America, I can't remember. Canada, America. Anywho, but in between the tour, I don't know if she got offered it ages ago, but yeah, we knew we were doing it anyway.
Oh, okay.
Before we jumped on the tour.
Yeah. Oh, so I mean, what was that like? You knowing that happened? Were you like,
Oh,
that's
I
going to happen?
was actually trippy because I knew Chris Love was on it.
Yes.
I actually sat on his chair. I don't know if there's a photo of me sitting on Chris Love's throne on my Insta, but yeah, I was tripping out for ages. Keep scrolling. There you go. There's
Where?
Chris Love's. That's
Oh,
his
there's
kid, bro.
two.
Look, the roots.
There he is. That's insane.
Yeah, I almost fainted. After that, I could easily die after that. I was like, I've done it. Bye.
That's it. Yeah. I mean, so like going to the show, prepping for the show. Talk me through that, man, because I couldn't imagine what. I
that
mean,
would just be.
is a live performance? So live
performance, yeah.
Wow.
So where I was sitting, we played opposite of that. So obviously,
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
if you guys seen the segment, the Roots, they play like, I don't know, half a bar instrumental, and then it goes, give it up for da 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 da.
Yeah.
Anywho, they're playing, and it was like, your turn, like that type of feel. I was like, sweet, nah.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Don't look at me. We get it, you're Chris Love. So he's just sitting there like this.
Yeah.
Oh, Anderson Paak.
Yeah,
forgot
I
about
just
that.
saw that.
Oh wow.
What
Gee, that would have been an early
That-
photo too.
Yeah, look, we're twins.
Is that a Byron?
Oh, I can't remember, bro. Like, we did the whole Force Fest. It would have been Singapore, I think.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yes, Lord. But yeah. But with the Jimmy Fallon show, obviously doing it. Did you feel like there was any pressure because it was a live TV show in front of obviously millions of people watching?
Not trying to be that guy, but we've done a heap of television shows before that one.
Right.
But it was the fact that The Roots and Chris Love was...
So you were just more nervous.
Yeah,
I don't care about the
I don't
cameras.
care about
He's
the cameras.
freaking out. The dude just standing there
Yeah.
behind him watching
That's
him.
the biggest camera right there, bro. I don't even care about the cameras, bro. Like, yeah. I was just like, I was just like, I'll look down. I was like, oh shit, everyone's watching.
He's still looking at me. He's still nodding.
Look at the guitarist, you bastard.
Did you get any like get up to like shake hands or talk to him or?
Yeah, we shook hands with. I shook hands. Actually, I met his drum tech as well. He's a cool dude. Who else?
I
I met the whole Roots. We
Bro.
met all of them.
I could imagine you just be like,
Yeah, bouncing around the back room. Mate.
I had to keep my cool. I was like, nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet you. Once
Inside
they
just
walked
like-
away, I was
I've
like,
been there. I've been there.
Yeah,
all
we've been there before,
We've
man.
been there
obviously you gotta try and hold your composure.
Yeah,
you can't
yeah,
look
you can't-
fangirl
yeah.
around there. That's ugly, bro.
bro, I've watched you ever since. Like, it's like what? You've watched
I was
me?
like, nice to meet you, man.
Nice to
Awesome,
meet you.
awesome.
Yeah, you,
Once he walks around the corner, hey, dude, I love your band.
and obviously got to meet Jimmy as well.
Yep, shook hands with Jimmy. Jimmy's cool.
Yeah, he looks like he
Yeah,
looks
Yeah,
cool.
he's
Yeah.
real. How he is on like television, that's
him.
That's
Yeah.
him. Well, if you're doing that for a living for the last couple of years, it's gonna be hard to switch off.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
have, you
right.
have to be like that
Yeah, that- you have to.
24/7.
You
That's
have
you.
to. You
That's you
can't.
now.
'Cause if you're someone
That's
else,
you now.
it's like that's not Jimmy.
Because Adam,
Where's your suit?
Adam, just correct me if I'm wrong, but he was a comedian before.
I think he still claims to be a comedian.
Yeah, right, of course. But like, he's been in movies before, right?
Yeah, he started. Well, I don't know if he started, but he was on SNL for a few years.
Oh,
he
yeah,
could
yeah.
not hold it together in any sketch ever.
Oh yeah, yeah. I could
Infamous
imagine.
for cracking in every sketch.
No, that's good. No, that's insane, man. That's insane. How long have we been going for so far? 45. What's the time now?
4 now.
It's 4. Okay. Well, I mean.
We'll give a couple more questions before.
Oh yeah. See, hey, you're warming up.
Nah.
No, are you all good?
4.
Yeah, Mrs. is gapping it. Nah, she's gonna leave me.
She can catch the bus.
I blame these two guys. Nah.
I mean, let's talk about a big old U-turn. I hear you're a massive Fortnite fan.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait. Let's get this right. Fan.
Oh,
I'm trashing it. I'm an honest guy.
okay. Let me break it down for everyone here. So, when these guys met for the first time, no, actually, when I met you, I think I was talking like, oh yeah, Jaden's because you asked me
You
if
said
I
you-
played Fortnite as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
And I was like, nah, but Jaden does, like the other guy that I produce with. And he's like, oh, true. Jaden comes along. These guys like had a full-on 45-minute talk on like, yeah, bro, the new map is trash, bro. We need to get, bro, I didn't even know what was happening. But yeah, you guys were just like going off on Fortnite for like ages. I didn't even,
You said that game stopped you from going out a lot, didn't you?
Yeah, that game's saved me a lot of money. Shout out to Fortnite. Yeah. Epic Games. You guys got to make the skins for free. you rip off. Nah.
but like, is it still a free game?
Yeah.
So you have to pay for seasons, right? Is that right?
No. It's still free at the moment.
I think you're getting confused for battle passes.
Yeah, you're getting.
Oh.
Yeah.
If
So
you
each
play the
season comes
game,
out.
yeah.
See, this is
If you play the game long enough, you're gonna get bored of the same skin. Trust me.
You buy.
And then you
I've
end up-
spent a lot of money.
You end up blaming every game for what skin you're wearing. So like, I'm losing because I don't have my good luck skin on. And then 50 skins later, you've been buying 50 good luck skins.
Wait, how much is skins? Or like
Oh man,
They vary, bro.
the big ones are $30.
$30?
$30, and these
Or
things
just-
don't do anything for you. They don't make
It-
you better.
There's no
Nothing.
boosts or
There's
anything.
nothing, bro.
Not
It just-
plus 4 in attack or
Like
No.
I said, it's just like
It's
when you're
nothing.
seeing you lose to one skin, you're gonna at least try and lose on another skin. You're like, okay, I suck with this guy. Oh, I won.
Yeah, like, I remember when I played with Jaden. This is the first time I've ever played Fortnite, and the last time as well. I didn't even have like headsets. or headphones, whatever.
Yeah.
And I
couldn't
couldn't.
play with you two. Nah. Anyone with no headphones,
Yeah,
I'm
bro,
like,
it was-
okay, I'm kicking him out. With this squad.
Because like
was a hard
Jane's like,
task.
oh, do you have like I can't hear you.
What happened was I text because I knew he didn't have a headphone. I knew he was on, and he joined the lobby. So I was like, all right, I'll text him. I'm like, all right, just follow us. Just do everything we do, okay? And we jump with him, and we'd all be talking. And I just fully forget that he's in the game because he's not talking to you guys. You don't have no idea what he's doing. Next thing you know, beep beep. Emma's dead.
Yeah.
Every game, Emma would just like die, and we'd be like, "Oh fuck, we forgot about
And
Emma."
then like say I'm like over here, like I die, and they're already like gone,
we're
and then they
going.
have to circle all the way back around.
Oh, you're that guy.
I'm that guy.
that's
Yeah,
Emma.
Don't be that guy,
That-
guys.
yeah. I got carried. Is that what the
Yeah.
the terminology?
Yeah.
I was getting carried by the team. I even died, and I don't know even how I came back. Into
My
the game.
goal was to get you a win on that day, and it didn't happen.
No, I mean, I was involved. Actually, I did have a win, but I wasn't alive. So does that count as a win?
Yeah, that counts. Yeah, it still goes on your board, I
Yeah.
guess. But you got to.
If you spectate, you're expecting your mate to like carry you. That's the real carry. When you're not playing, but you're like, come on, man, get us a dub, please. No.
No, that's great. Is there any other games you play?
I play Tekken, but mainly Fortnite.
Oh,
Mainly
Tekken.
Fortnite.
OG.
Tekken's boring now because it's. I think the whole headset was the game changer. And it just seems like your squad against everyone. Like it's like playing laser tag at home.
Yeah.
That's
like
how
it-
fun it is, bro. It's just
Especially when you're talking to everyone, bro.
Yeah, it's
you-
way fun.
I don't even like playing by myself at all.
Me too.
I'll have
See-
like 3 games by myself, and I'm like, I'm fucking over it.
So wait, even if you're playing with randoms, it's like, or is has it got to be like within the?
Nah, the thing about randoms is just like you can do autofill. You'll be the only random, depending if they already created a squad or they need it. And then the thing about that, it's just like you're playing and then you hear a little Nigerian 3-year-old.
Yeah,
Hello,
that's literally
you got a mic? I'm like, gee, mute.
It's so stupid.
Nah,
it's
straight up, bro.
straight. You get the like
get the-
3-year-old kid screaming. His mum's in the background just yelling at him 24/7. You're just like, bro, shut
And
the
it's
fuck
hello,
up.
you got a mic? That's what I hear all the time. I'm like, mute that bastard.
Oh man, yeah. See, I never jumped on the wave. I think when I was like getting interested in it was like around the time like Ninja was like huge, and I was
Yeah.
like, maybe I should
I
do
met
it.
Ninja.
What?
I got a photo of
You
him.
met with him?
Yeah, I have a
You
photo
met-
of him.
Swear to God, that's
I swear to
dope.
God, Lollapalooza.
Oh, because he
he
did the
did the
stream.
stream.
That was
Yeah.
the first time. This is when season 2 came out. It was
Yeah,
alright.
that was
Season
ages.
3 popped off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Because
bro.
remember, no one really
Yeah,
played.
no one
So
played.
Ninja was the only one in the world playing by himself. That's why he was good.
Yeah, yeah.
It sort of got popular. So, fun fact, the ramp launchpad was Ninja.
Oh,
That's him. He was known for tactics.
true.
But
No one ever
yeah, bro.
thought to build that high and put a bloody launchpad
Launchpad.
that high. That was Ninja's play.
He just changed.
He's
that
changed
game.
the game. Exactly.
It's really funny.
No.
It's
It's-
get into this topic.
I love it. I love it when you guys talk about it.
Because it's a launchpad. Think about it. People will just place it on the floor. Like I wouldn't even think. If I played the game, I wouldn't think ever to build up. Like that's stupid. You're gonna die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that dude build up and then just chuck the platform.
And what's that for? Just to get
That's just
across
it.
the map.
Yeah.
When you launch pad, you jump on it, and it just makes you fly in the air. And you keep flying.
So let's say I have a launch pad and I can just chuck it here next to me.
Yeah.
Obviously the gravity's not that high, but if I build tub,
True.
You get higher.
you get higher.
And that was his play.
That was his.
Yeah, that's he started.
He's good for like smart play. That's why he was known.
But obviously he was just playing against no one really. So he probably had heaps of time by himself. Just
Oh
to be,
yeah,
like,
these
testing out
dudes
stuff.
play
Oh,
like 8
mate.
hours a day.
You're talking about
Every
dude that
day.
gets paid like bloody grands.
He gets.
a week.
I heard a year ago he was getting 500K a month.
Yeah, yeah.
Off
From
streaming
his- yeah,
and
streaming.
endorsements and shit like that.
Ever since Drake started to play with him, didn't
Yeah, well,
He
fuck,
was
man.
way bigger before that, bro.
Yeah.
he? Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
He was massive, and it wasn't even like even up to the point where you got good gamers now that could actually kill him. It's just that now he's respected in
Yeah.
the Fortnite community. He's just big.
So like when you saw him, were you like, "That's Ninja"?
I knew it was Ninja straight away. The dude's
100%.
like 6'4", bro. I was like,
Is he? I've never met him.
it's
so.
either he's 6'4" or I'm like 5'4". No, I knew he was a lanky giraffe, but I was like, you are one tall bastard.
I think there's footage of him like.
Actually, I'll try look for a photo because I know you guys are calling bullshit right now.
No. I
Bro,
know he was at
we've
Lollapalooza.
seen you on Jimmy Fallon. We saw
Joey
you with
Badass.
Joey Badass. We saw you.
It's not enough.
Anderson
It's not
Paak.
enough. It's not enough.
I need more.
I need more to
What's
justify.
he like? He seems like a bit of like a.
I haven't
No
posted.
way. Is that what's that chick's name?
Rita Ora.
Oh my goodness me.
No way. I'm very jealous.
When and
Just casually.
yeah, look at that. It's like yeah, gee, I did this.
That
every
was
day.
it. The arias when Amy scooped up
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
4 or 5 different
Oh, yep.
arias, bro. Like she dominated, bro.
And she was she was the
There's a
guest.
photo of me and her, and I'm hiding my beer, but I look thrashed. I was so happy. Yeah, look at me next to it. Look, hey guys, I'm trying to act sober. Look at the beer behind my back. Oh,
Exposed rather.
Exposed hard.
yeah, I was honest, bro. I was trying to hide it, and I was like, just so happy for it.
That's insane.
I was like, Amy, you just take all the awards.
Yeah. All right. Since you're just searching up for that pick,
I'm looking for it. You guys think I'm lying?
top 2 favorite drummers of all time.
Let's go.
Oh my.
Yeah, boy.
Gee,
let's
you
go.
are, gee, you are
He is
5'4".
tall. Holy shit.
Look at his tall, bro.
I can plug myself.
Oh, sorry.
No.
He's tall.
That is
He
tall.
is tall, eh?
Can you hold that up to the camera, please, Adam?
Look how tall he is. He is tall, bro. I told you.
Big boy.
I'm pretty tall in real life.
That's insane. Hey, you look happy as too.
Oh,
That's
mate.
crazy.
I was just like,
Yeah.
everyone's walking past him.
Oh.
Because you're in Lollapalooza. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
one of the biggest, just like,
Music
aligned with Coachella.
Yeah.
So everyone's walking past. He's like, everyone's whoop-de-doo, you know, I'm the biggest artist there, da. Bruno Mars's band, Warren G's at the back. And here's Joe. I'm like, Ninja. Stop views. That's Ninja.
That 100% would have been
And then
me
Amy's
too.
husband's like, who's that? I was like, one of the best Fortnite players. Take a photo. So he took a photo. And then Shane didn't know who he was. He's like, I'll just take a photo of him and show my brother. Because his brother plays.
Yeah.
He would
He's
have
like,
like, the
sweet.
brother would have been like, no way.
Oh, mate, he was, yeah. I was just like intrigued. I was like, whoa, I'm going to take a photo of Ninja.
All right, top 2 drummers.
Oh, man, that's hard, bro. That's hard.
You gotta answer
That's
it.
a hard question.
Can't
to
leave
me.
until
Would you?
That's-
Okay, say
man.
if you had a top 5, would you put Tony Royster Jr. in there?
Nah, I won't.
Awesome. No, I mean, most people would, you know,
Yeah.
because there's sort of like a.
No, I won't. I'm not taking anything away from it. The dude is a monster. He's a beast. But
Yeah, Jay-Z's drummer, or ex drummer. I don't know.
yeah, he jumps for everyone. He jumped for Rita Ora as well.
Oh, on that
He
tour.
just got off tour.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
He jumps for everybody. Yeah, everybody.
There's,
Majority of the rap scene, though.
there's a clip. I don't know if Adam would be able to pull it up, but like, there's a clip of Tony Royster Jr. when he was like 11,
He's a beast, bro.
and he is going nuts.
Ham.
Like, or maybe even younger. I don't know. Look, he looked like a young, skinny African American kid, and he is just going nuts. Sorry.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
when
on
he was 12 years old,
12 years old,
1997.
Yeah, his kid is just like a beast. That's crazy. Oh, okay. So, okay, who?
So it would have been Teddy Campbell, Eric Moore.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Sean Wright. Sticks Taylor. Oh man, it's hard. These heaps.
Yeah, it's too much. But look at the like.
Just
Little
going
boy,
down.
bro. He's a beast. Look, he's using double kick too.
Yeah.
So he plays better than me at that age. Holy heck.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like he just. I remember watching that video when I was young. I was like, this. Yeah, just insane. Just chops for days.
12 years old, bro.
How's that? Do you do that when you play the hi-hats for Amy?
Nah.
That doesn't look easy at all.
It's funny. He does the same like facials, like when he's like drumming to it.
When he's older,
yeah,
yeah.
when he's older. But yeah, who's the last one?
The last one, I'll probably have to give it to. Man, that's hard. I can have 6. No, I'll probably give it to the Poindexter brothers. See, Clement's playing for Khaled, and Jermaine is playing for LMI.
Brothers. Wow.
True.
They just tour.
Yeah, they're tall, bro. They're beasts, bro.
That's
beasts.
insane.
There's
Do
two
they
brothers.
ever play together? Like, have they ever got the chance to?
They probably have, but oh yes, they have. The festival has crossed because obviously those are the two biggest
Yeah.
urban sort of artists at the moment, LMI and Khaled.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they definitely have played at the same festival.
Oh, that's crazy. Man.
Yeah, there's two brothers, bro. The older brother and the little brother. They're beasts.
Nice, bro. Thank you so much for coming. We appreciate your time.
Nah,
Thanks,
thank
bro.
you.
Anything you want to quickly plug before the camera obviously dies?
Nah, shout out to these guys, man. Straight up, follow the journey.
Follow this guy.
the podcast.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Don't follow me.
follow this guy. We'll get his socials up. It'll be in the link description. But thank you so much for coming,
love,
bro.
man. Thanks,
Cool, bro.
everybody.
We'll see you guys
Cheers.
next week. Peace.
Later.